Welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we're in the off season. It's we just won the national title game. Here's my coaching report card. In my 2 years at Bowling Green, I went 25-3, and so still 1 year left on my contract. But I do think I'm going to leave. I've been in the MAC for 5 years, and I think I'm just ready for a change. I love being in Bowling Green, and I do feel like it's possible I could definitely go back. I only got to spend 2 years here. So as you can see, my stats so far, 5 winning seasons. Currently on a 14-game winning streak. 19 was my longest, 4-1 in my bowls, 2 national titles. And here's the thing, I have 2 national titles in 5 years. My coaching prestige is only 3 out of 6 stars. And the biggest problem with that is if I leave Bowling Green early, I will lose a star of prestige. I think just leaving in general, even if my contract's up, I think you lose a star anyways. They really like it when you stay at one school for some reason. And Bowling Green, so when I came, it was a 2-star school. Now it's a 4. In just 2 years, they went up 2 stars, but my coaching prestige didn't go up that much. So if I leave, I'm down to a 2-star coach, and I have to look for programs that are only 2-star. So if I go to the SEC, I know the only 2 teams that are 2-star are Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Look at the poll here. Obviously, we end at the top. Marshall's the only MAC team in the 25. I believe the only other MAC team in the 25. Yep. So we'll look at the team standings because I do want to go to the SEC. In the East, Kentucky and Vanderbilt only had 1 win. They're each a 1-star prestige, which means I could coach them. But these are all more than 3, or 3 or more, I should say. And these are all 3 or more. So I can't coach any of these teams. I have to go to either Kentucky or Vanderbilt, who both were really bad last year, like insanely bad. And I think I'm going to go to Vanderbilt. The problem is, though, when I go, I'm probably going to have to stay wherever I land for 3 years, just because I can't afford to keep losing my coaching prestige by leaving early. So as much as I love BG, just won them a national title, I am going to go and try to get a 3rd with a different school. Also, a big change I'm going to make that I am going to probably stress throughout next year is I am going to up the gameplay difficulty to Heisman. And I'm going to save that. I thought playing on All-American would be good, and it was fun. I only went undefeated twice, but I definitely just want to make it as challenging as possible because winning's fun, but obviously it can't be too easy. So once I went undefeated with Mitch-A-Palooza, I was like, okay, now it's time to go somewhere else because it's getting a little too easy. Now I just went undefeated with Bowling Green, won the national title, and honestly I can say, I can't say for certainty, but looking into the future now, my goal is to go to Vanderbilt, win the SEC after them being terrible, eventually win a national title, and then once my prestige is a little bit higher, maybe I'm at Vanderbilt for 3 years, maybe I'm at it for more, I do want to go back to either Mitch-A-Palooza or Bowling Green, or possibly go to UConn. I'm not sure. I don't like that they're independent. I like being able to win a conference game. But the perk of them being independent is I could give myself a bunch of hard games and, win a national title. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know which one of those I want to do first. But we'll look at it now. It's time. So, coach positions. 61-8 so far. We had such an amazing 2 years of Bowling Green. We are going to leave. We're going to resign. See, now I am a 2-star coach prestige. And so the best school I can go to is Iowa. The only winning schools I can go to are Iowa State or Iowa. As you see the ranks here and you see the kind of teams we're working with, as we go down, the records are going to progressively get worse. This is their rank going into the next year. And the 2 schools I'm thinking about, UConn and Vanderbilt, are at the bottom. UConn's 110, Vanderbilt is 108. I think Vanderbilt would be a great story, though. They went 111. They haven't had a winning season and not even close any of the years I've been coaching. So I am going to officially accept the job. I know Vanderbilt's kind of a small private school, but I'm excited to turn their program around and kind of see what the future has. Their expectations, maintain the football program at its current prestige level. I can't possibly lose that. They're at 1 and it can't go lower. And then to renew my contract, I can just do any of those 3 things. So winning years 2 or 3, bowl bid, which kind of makes no sense because if you're gonna get a bowl, you need to go 6. But I guess that's not winning going 6-6 or a conference title in 3 years. I'm confident I can do something over there. So we're going to accept the offer. I am now, as you can see here, 61-8. Go to the report card. Here are the generals on the field. Lead us to victory. Their last loss was at Tennessee. Unfortunately, I don't know how much longer my undefeated winning streak is going to go because now I'm at Vanderbilt and we're playing on the Heisman difficulty. But through 5 seasons on All-American, 19-game winning streak, 4-1 bowl record, 4 MAC titles, and 2 national titles. So it was just a really great year. So now we're going to move on to the offseason. And this is where the fun just picks up, Let's go to the schedule. Players leaving. I don't really even know any of these players, but they're losing a guy with a number, QB8, the redshirt senior. Looks like he was a starter for the last 4 years, so pretty crazy. That's a long time to be a starting quarterback somewhere. Yeah, not a ton of players leaving, but definitely going to have some gaps to fill. So it's time to go recruit. And unlike last offseason, I'm not going to show the entire thing. I'm definitely going to skip around a little bit more. 56 minutes is kind of long to watch me recruit. So we'll try to make it a little bit easier to watch here. Preparing the recruiting budgets. All right, so first things first, what we always do, we've got to look at who's interested. Tennessee, I don't think is a very great state for football, so, I don't really know what the game plan is here. Looks like we have a JUCO left tackle. I'm assuming since we are a 1-star school, any 3-star caliber guy is definitely worth going after. As we can see here, though, the only positions we need, not many. We need guard, we need D-end, and then we need secondary. So we're definitely going to push for this tackle, though. He's in North Carolina. Our budget isn't great when it comes to recruiting. And we're going to have to fight for these guys. We're 3rd for all the 3-stars. Punter, do we have a punter? We do, who's a junior. This guy's a 2-star punter. I might as well recruit him. He's not going to cost a lot of points because he's from Tennessee. For right now, I think we'll take any 2-star recruit we can get. I don't really... it's so hard because I've never gone into, recruiting... Well, I guess Connecticut wasn't a great state either, but Tennessee's not exactly a powerhouse. So look at these 1-star guys. I'm going to go after this guy. He doesn't cost much to use all the points on him because he's a Tennessee guy. We need secondary. So we will take 1-star guys if they're filling a gap. So we're going to go after the 2-star quarterback. None of these guys really want to go to us. Too bad. And none of them look all that good. This guy seems okay. Not a ton of prospects want to come to old Vandy. Only 1 guard. We need a guard, so he's a 1-star. But we're going to have to go after him. D-tackle, we could definitely use 1. So, they're all 3-stars, or 1-star, so it's not a huge difference who we go after. Try to get this guy as well. We'll go after this guy, why not? Like I said, we can always cut guys, so it's not a huge deal if we get a bunch of guys that we might not necessarily want. Tall safety. All right, so we got to go to prospects by state. It's tough. I guess we can just go to the positions that we need, which is D-end. And I don't even know what states offhand are close to Tennessee. I don't know how hard it's going to be to get a guy from Texas to come play for us. Maybe I'll try to go back to Connecticut and Vermont, see if I can get any of those guys to come play. Push hard on this guy, right? Why not? We need someone. My old pipeline, Connecticut. Probably going to be tough to get either of these guys. They're also both JUCO guys, so I don't love that. But, I mean, you really never know. Like, we're offering them to come play SEC football. So, Ohio. And we're definitely going to have to take away points from some of these guys because we don't have many left. So, I don't know what to do here. We'll look at guards. We get this guy from BG, that'd be nice. Steal him away. Like I said, I'm really struggling with trying to like balance our budget here, but I think we're just gonna go to the next week. All right, no commits week 1. That really sucks. Just to recap week 1, I'm really struggling to find recruits to come play. Tennessee doesn't really produce a ton of people, so I'm having to go outside of Tennessee, which costs a lot of recruiting points, and we're almost out. So I guess we'll just try to have a better week 2. This guy signed with my old school, Mitch-A-Palooza. So I'm still trying to get some of these ends here. Going into Ohio, going into Canada. Spending a lot of our points to get these guys, but hopefully it's worth it. That guy's from Tennessee, but he doesn't want to play for us at all. I mean, it's hard when the other in-state school in the SEC as well is like the number 2 team going into the season. So it's really tough to compete with them for recruits. And by tough, I mean impossible. We're not going to get any of them. This guy went to UAB, couldn't get him. Still trying to get these cornerbacks. They're 2-star, which like for a 1-star school that is in the top or the bottom 10 in the country, getting 2-star prospects is going to be fine for us. I have to look back on how Vanderbilt did after our last offseason when I was recording. I'll be able to see, because I don't remember offhand how well they actually did. This guy now wants to go here. Do I have any points left? Got a few. Might as well use them on that guy. Go to the DNs. Okay, I guess we're just gonna... Oh, I can look at the interested targets or interested prospects. We gotta get somebody. Got a couple quarterbacks interested in us. I don't know if I really want any of them though. How are we doing on quarterback room? We already have 3. Not a ton happening here. This guy. Hopefully we have the 2-star guy. I don't really want the 1-star tight ends. We have 3 right now. I'm going to try to get this guy. I don't know why we weren't. He's big. Try this guy as well. I mean, if we have the points, we might as well spend them, is my thing. Looks like Alabama might be one of my pipeline states. I might have to look at them next week. I forgot how close we were to Alabama. Trying to fix the camera angle a little bit there. All right, we got some, finally, week 2, we got some commits. We got a 3-star corner. We got a 3-star left tackle. We got the 2-star tight end. We got the 2-star quarterback we were going after. Another 2-star corner, a 1-star middle linebacker, a 1-star D tackle, and a 1-star safety. Go back to our current targets. We'll go by position again. We got our quarterback. We got our tight end. We got our tackle. Still working on the guards here. They don't seem to be gaining any interest in us, which is really surprising because you would think that, you know, even though you're not in our state, like we're an SEC school, so we're going to keep going after every one of our targets, even though they have very little interest in us. Except this guy. 3-star lineman, I mean, we're winning on him. We definitely weren't much on his radar, but it'd be nice if we could get him. I might take away all my points from this guy. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see if I'm running low. So we got 1 D tackle. We're going to go for a second, even though we don't need them at all. Okay, whatever. We're just taking players here. Like I said, not afraid to cut people. Let them go play somewhere else. Wow, so we did get 2 of those corners. So that's nice. I'm still going to try to grab that guy. I'll still take this free safety if we can get him. Still go after these guys, even though we already got 1. Like I said, no problem cutting people. I want this punter. And then we're going to go look at Alabama people just because they kind of border us. So we're going to look at the DNs I believe we needed. They don't really have many prospects here. Secondary 2. I wouldn't mind another wide receiver. I don't know what their pool is looking like. I'm going to try to get this guy. See, we're already starting kind of higher on his list. I'm going to see if they got any speed guys. 4.2, 240. I definitely am going to push for this guy. I wish I would have saw him earlier. Bad job recruiting by myself. Bad job. Any good, decent halfbacks? Oh, we don't have any scholarships available. Alright, you know what? We're just going to find those guys that had no interest. Like this guy. We're not going to get him. We're going to withdraw our offer. This guy. Withdraw our offer. This guy will keep. So now we'll go back to Alabama. Quicker to go this way, I'm finding. Yep. We really need a good quarterback, so I don't mind bringing in another 2-star guy. And then we needed a guard if I was remembering that right. Yeah. No new scholarships. Oh, I wish I could recruit this guy. I know it's just a 1-star. We're going to see how it goes next week. We're going to see what we have left. I'm sure more people are either going to be committed to us at that point or they're just going to be gone. Making pretty good time on the video here too. I mean, truthfully, if this video's under like 30 minutes, maybe 35, I'll probably just not edit anything out. I think sometimes it's fun to kind of watch the process. Let's see, hopefully we got a bunch of commits here. All right, we got a couple. We got that quarterback from Alabama. Got this guy from North Carolina. And then we got a guard, which is good. I mean, he's only a 1-star guard, but he's big. And frankly, we're really desperate for guards. So let's take a look at our current targets. Still want to go after this wide receiver. Might be too little too late, though. Still, I mean, I guess there's really no reason to push after that guard, so we might just withdraw our offer. Nah, we'll leave it. D-end. We're going to withdraw our offer from him. We're not getting him. We weren't able to get any D-ends, which is pretty upsetting because we really needed some. Still going to try to get this guy. He's an in-state guy, but we're fighting Tennessee for him. Still going to go after these guys just because they really want to come play. Don't want to let Mizzou take that guy. He's ours. Surprised these guys aren't committing yet. Little surprised by that, but I'll still spend my points on him. I want to take one away, though. I wish one would commit so that way I could take away his offer and we could go after more Alabama guys. Let's see. Maybe I'll look at Georgia, too, because we really needed a D-end or a guard. To pass the guards. Shoot this guy a scholarship, see if he wants to take it or not. Go check out Georgia. They don't have any D-ends. Float this guy an offer. I think we're out of scholarships to offer. Just really wanted to get a D-end. Oh wow, these guys, I forgot how close Virginia was to us. This guy might take up our offer. Going after the 1-stars just because I don't think... Let me withdraw from this guy real quick, see if... Oh, okay, no, he's still there on the board. Okay, this 2-star might come, you never know. I figured just shoot him an offer. We'll go to next week. You know, hopefully we can get one of those guys. I really don't want to have a gap at the D end. Maybe I'm just kind of holding myself to a higher standard, but it felt like I never had much of a problem recruiting before. I mean, I know at Mitch-A-Palooza, we immediately, you know, didn't win the MAC title, but we were able to win a bowl game. We had a winning record. And then after that, I was just winning MAC title after MAC title, so I was kind of able to really get these guys. But I think just, even though Vanderbilt's in the SEC, they've been so bad over the last 5 years that people just, like, don't care. So I think, you know, this year, if we can just get, like, 6 wins, like obviously that's what we want because we want to make a bowl game, especially after a 1-win season. But if we can just get a few wins, I think guys will start coming. So we were able to get this guy, so that's sick. 6'10" him an offer, he's huge, 6'6", 254. Got another corner, we got a punter. I think that's punter we've been at the whole time, if I'm remembering correctly. Current targets, fly around the room again. Still want this wide receiver. I don't know where he's going to go. Still go after this guard, even though it didn't look like he was budging much, but our interest level really shot up for him. Go after this D-end. I know we're second on his list. I'll still take this guy. And like I said, we're going to have to do a lot of cuts because we have a ton of guys signing. But at this point, like, all bets are off. I don't like cutting guys that have been with the team, but especially since I haven't recruited any of these guys and I haven't even coached any of these guys, I don't really have much of a problem, you know, cutting people who have already been there. They haven't had success anyways. So I mean, we've been losing people to solid schools. We lost that one to Mitch-A-Palooza. But we've also been able to get a lot of guys so far. Only 2 3-stars, which isn't great, but we got to start somewhere. How could we get more 3-stars to go to a one-win school? And only 1-star school, I think that makes a big difference too. At Mitch-A-Palooza and Bowling Green, my prestige got high enough after winning so quickly and rapidly that I think that plays a big role too. But we'll see. I mean, as I've mentioned, we're going to be on Heisman difficulty from now on. So maybe I'll get run out of the SEC, maybe I won't. We shall see. I mean, we're definitely going to play the schools now that I'm in the SEC. We're going to play those schools that I used to coach. I think that'd be so cool. It's been 5 years now. I've coached 2 different teams, and I've never played against a team I used to coach. And guys, even though it's been 2 years since I've been at Mitch-A-Palooza, there's going to be still a good amount of guys on that team that I recruited and coached. I mean, if you were a redshirt junior or redshirt senior or a true senior, those 3 types of guys would have been there my last year when we won the national title. And any type of senior would have actually been playing. So, got a D tackle, we got that running back, got a safety, linebacker, and looks like we're going to finalize recruiting here. I don't know if we're going to get any walk-ons or not. I doubt it. Maybe if they're trying to fill a specific position, but when it comes to the pure number of guys we have, I mean, we have a ton of commits. Going through all the walk-ons. I mean, it's going to be... I'm just very excited for this next chapter of my coaching career. We've been in the MAC for 5 years, so we've never played in another conference, so it's going to be definitely interesting. And something we don't have to do here, which is good, especially because we're a struggling team, is we don't have to have hard out-of-conference games. We make enough money. We don't have to schedule those big games. So this is the first time I'm seeing the overalls. I mean, they look slightly better than Bowling Green. Got a couple guys here like Fitzgerald. This guy, Ben Nelson, he's a 70. That's cool. I mean, actually, that's worse than Bowling Green. Barry was a 77, 78. So yeah, actually worse than Bowling Green. But I also had a year to get like more recruits, and well, I guess Barry was there for a while. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I don't really need to see any of those guys. None of them are my guys. Well, not that they're my guys. I don't want to have that attitude, but all right. So we're gonna have to cut 9 players. We have 5 quarterbacks. I think I'm gonna cut one of them. I like having a lot of quarterbacks, but you don't need 5. These 2 guys are the guys I brought in, so they're probably going to be the ones that start instead of this guy. I don't know. He hasn't played yet. Let's see, that's his redshirt freshman. So wouldn't he be a senior if he's been on the team since 03? Oh, because 06 is this year. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so I think we're going to cut either one of these 2 guys. Speed, this guy's fastest. He's got strength. Can he carry? Not great. Doesn't help that our 3 best quarterbacks are really slow. This is a guy I got from Tennessee. This is the guy from Alabama. I don't know who I would even use. I mean, but I think I'm going to cut this Simon guy, but we'll move on. Running backs. Oh my gosh. This is the guy I recruited. He's a 55 overall. That's so bad. Let's see what the overalls are like. Okay, our best player, we only have 1 above an 80. It's our center. But we have some guys in the high 70s. Only a couple guys below the 60 mark. So I think they're, even though I recruited all 3, I think they're on the chopping block for sure. Yeah, we're going to cut this guy. We got to cut people, We don't need 3 fullbacks. Let's see, who's playing here? This guy hasn't really been playing, so he's definitely on the chopping block. Wide receivers. This guy's got an 87 for speed. We can't cut him. Who's the guy I recruited? No, I didn't recruit any wide receivers. Okay, definitely might cut this guy. Because we don't need 6. But 2 of them are seniors, so we're actually not going to cut any of them. We don't need this many tight ends. I know this guy was on the team last year as a redshirt freshman, but I just think we're not going to need him for this year. Even though 2 of these guys are juniors, I just think, you have to think long term, but sometimes you also have to be short-sighted and think like he might not make enough of an impact, so we're going to cut him. Tackle's good, guard's good, center's good. We don't need this many D tackles. That's a ton. So this guy's getting cut right away. This guy's a freshman, but I don't think we're going to cut him. Just because I'm worried about graduating, But I think we are going to cut him just because. Oh, but he's so big. This guy's going to get cut. I know he's a redshirt junior, but he's only 1 overall better, and he's had plenty more experience. He's smaller. Brett Pruitt, sorry, man. You're going to get cut. Only 4 of them, you're good. Oh my gosh, we don't need this many. Cut. This guy's a freshman. The problem is they're all upperclassmen. They're really good, though. I'm going to cut this guy, too. The 2 guys I recruited are just going to get cut. I don't like that these are all upperclassmen, but we have so many of them. Might even cut this guy, but I don't know. We'll go through all the positions and then see if we have to come back. Cornerbacks, not cutting anyone here. My freshmen aren't that great, but hopefully they develop, obviously. Oh, this guy's I recruited him. He's going to be starting. These guys aren't great. And this is a young position, so I think one of them's going to have to get cut. I recruited both of them. Got Mike Ryan and Todd Norman. Awareness goes to Norman. Strength, Norman. Speed, Ryan. Agility, Ryan. Tackling, Ryan. Injury, Ryan. Yeah, Norman's going to get cut. Wait, we'll look at free safeties first. Oh, we already did. Alright, so what are we at? We got to cut 3 more people. Unfortunately, Norman's going to be one of those 3. Go back through the list. It's so hard because all these guys are upperclassmen, but I'm going to cut this guy as well. So now we only need to cut 1 more guy. I don't love having this many wide receivers, especially because it is a young position, even though 2 will graduate after this year. We only need to cut 1 more. I mean, there's no point in having this guy. You know, he's going to graduate next year, but at worst, we'll still have Dana Fitzgerald. So I think Barry Hyde's going to have to get cut. This guy's so fast, he can't get cut. DN, we're pretty weak at DN, so we can't cut him. We only have 2 of these guys. We only have 3 running backs. Actually, it's tough I couldn't get any decent running backs. The one I recruited was a 55 overall. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to cut this guy, and that's going to be our last cut. I mean, we don't really need 5 quarterbacks, actually, especially because 4 of our quarterbacks are freshmen. And I know 2 of them might redshirt, depending on who's going to start, Adamarco and Sampson. Let's look at that now. So they're equal in speed. All 3 of these top guys. Actually, they're all pretty close in overall, so we can look at all of them. Singleton sticks out with speed. Carrying, Nelson. Throw power, Singleton. But accuracy stinks, and these guys are better. Looks like the happy medium is either Nelson or Sampson, because I like his accuracy a lot. And his throw power is not much worse than Robertson. So I think Sampson's probably going to get the start. Nelson's a close backup. But that means we can cut Scott Simon. And we're good to go. We don't need to cut anyone else. We also will be skipping the setting depth chart just because we're going to do that after we redshirt guys. I'm going to try to speed through the rest of this video. We're getting a little long. We're about 33 minutes here. And I really don't want to edit it down. I kind of like having some videos where I'm just like, alright, I'm just ready to throw up. But it's definitely running long. And I know I wouldn't really want to give a ton of time. So we're going to try to hurry up to get to start a new season. Going to try to go through our red shirts. Maybe set the schedule. Do that real quick. We're going to redshirt guys. Quarterbacks, I think for now, Sampson's definitely, set to be the starter. He's the one that's got only slightly worse power, but a lot better accuracy. So I think with that being said, we can redshirt Roberson, and I think 3 quarterbacks will be enough. I'm not too worried about that many people getting injured. So Roberson is going to get a redshirt. 3 is fine. I wouldn't hate redshirting one of these 2 guys because we have 2 seniors graduating next year. So let's look at stats. He had 8 for 85, no touchdowns, nothing. So I think we're actually going to redshirt this guy, and we'll have our 5 starting wide receivers. So that way when we lose 2, we'll still have 4. And only one of them will be an upperclassman. So Steven Rogers, the true sophomore, is going to get redshirted. Tight ends. We don't really need 3. But I think I'm just going to keep Chang. He'll be out there on like goal line sets and stuff. So I don't know. That's a tough one. No, we're going to redshirt him. Chang will get a redshirt. I think one of my philosophies here is try to redshirt as many youngsters as possible. Like this guy. Actually, we don't need to have that many linemen, so he'll stay. This guy will get redshirted because he's not going to start right away. Oh, but it's not going to let me. That's fine. This guy, not letting me redshirt him either. Okay, here we go. This guy's definitely getting redshirted. These guys are fine to stay. You guys, you're a freshman, you're getting redshirted. You guys, oh, you're a senior, and they're not going to get redshirted. Actually, I wouldn't mind that, because then only one's going to graduate. Nah, we're going to let them play it. Cornerbacks. I don't like redshirting these guys, just because they get to play on special teams a lot, too. But we are going to give Farley a redshirt here. Wow, look at Shannon's speed, 93. That's bananas. This guy's an 82. He's pretty fast, too. They're all freshmen. This guy's 6'1". We're actually going to redshirt Keenan Graves. Safety. I don't think they'll let us redshirt any of these guys. Just test it out. Oh, no, they will. Yeah, we will redshirt this guy. Why not? Moss will back up both positions. We got our kicker. Maybe our freshman punter will just start right away. Is there a big difference here? Kick power slightly worse, kick accuracy slightly better. If I redshirt him, he'll be starting by his sophomore year, so we'll have him for 3 years. So I think we are going to do that. And let the returning guy do his job. And that's it. So as you see, got 17 freshmen, pretty young group. I like that. And then we're going to remove the redshirted players from the depth chart. We're going to try to get our schedule in. It's only 3 out-of-conference games so far. We're definitely going to play all 4, and I'm definitely going to change it all up. Because we make enough money, we don't have to play really good teams like Georgia Tech. Like, we just don't have to do that. So week 1, we're going to open up against the team that I play. I'm pretty sure we've played them every year. We might not have my very first year Bowling Green, but I'm pretty sure we might have. And that's going to be UConn. We're going to take them week 1. Then we'll have Ole Miss week 2, Auburn week 4. I might just leave week 3 open as a bye, get an early bye for us. Instead of going at TCSU, I want to travel back to the Deutsch, so we're definitely going to go to Bowling Green at some point, see when they're open. They are, and they're going to be ranked 10, so that actually is a very hard game. I know they're a MAC school, but they're coming off the national title. I just coached them, so I think it's really fun to go back and play them. We're definitely going to play Mitch-A-Palooza. They're open. I'd love to schedule them. I'm fine playing Navy, actually, too. Let's see, when can I get Mitch-A-Palooza open? Alright, so we're going to make this Navy game empty. Maybe week 15 they'll be open. Maybe are they at the bottom? Is that possible? Nope. Week 11? Nope, not open either. Week 8. Oh, that was already what we had. Week 3. There they are. We'll take them week 3, I guess. We'll go play them too. I haven't been in the stadium since I won the national title season, so we'll go play at their stadium. Not that we really need to. It should be like them going to play us. But that's fine. Maybe we should have them play us. I don't know. Week 6. Gonna try to take Navy. I'm okay with that. They're usually not very good. Alright, so our out of conference is gonna be the team I play almost every year, UConn. And then we have Mitch-A-Palooza, Bowling Green, the 2 teams I used to coach. And then Navy. And then do I want to play them at their stadiums? That I don't know. No, we're gonna have Bowling Green come play us. We'll go play at Connecticut. We'll do that. We'll just kind of stay there, Actually, no, because then we have to go back for Ole Miss. That's fine. We're still going to play at UConn. Yep, that's fine with us. All right, that should be it. We're about the 40-minute mark, so I might just leave this one whole and upload it. I hope you guys joined me for my time here at Vanderbilt, and I hope you had fun watching me go through the process. See you guys in the next one.